After 7 years together, he wants kids now, but she's saying absolutely not unless he puts a ring on it. And wait until you hear why he's been dodging marriage this entire time.
Alright. This story is called, Am I the Asshole for Refusing to Give My Boyfriend Children Because He? Let me read this to you.
Oh, this is gonna be good. Let's hear it.
Am I the asshole for refusing to give my boyfriend children because he won't marry me?
Are you serious?
My boyfriend and I have been dating for 7 years. Early on we talked about marriage, kids, a house, the whole shebang.
Okay, so 7 years in and they've talked about the whole life plan, marriage, kids, house. Got it. But I'm already wondering why we're even here if they've been aligned this whole time.
Right? Like, what changed?
Let's find out. I like kids and I think I'd be a good mother. I'd like to have children, but I wouldn't be upset if I didn't have any. I'm happy with my life as is, and I could be happy with children as well. My boyfriend has always dreamed of being a dad, and recently suggested that we're in the place to start trying for some.
Yeah, but he's about to blow that up real quick with his, "I just don't want to get married" speech.
Yeah, but he's about to blow that up real quick with his "I just don't want to get married" speech.
So check this out.
Please.
I was a little confused by this. I told him early on, within the first year, that I would never have children with a man that I'm not married to. I feel like children are a much bigger commitment than marriage, so marriage should come first. Additionally, if a man doesn't love me and isn't committed enough to spending the rest of our lives together, I don't see why I wouldn't make the sacrifice of bearing his children. Maybe it's old-fashioned of me. I explained all of this to him, once again.
Yikes.
Oh no, wait. She's setting a boundary, a really reasonable one, that she won't have kids outside of marriage. That's not punishment, that's literally just her values. And he agreed to this early on.
So what's the problem now?
That's where it gets messy.
See, this is what gets me. She stated her boundary in year 1. She's been consistent. He's had 7 years to either say, "I want to marry you" or "I'm out." Instead he's done nothing, and now he's upset that she's holding firm. That's not her being rigid, that's him avoiding a real conversation.
He's had a very long runway to make a choice and he didn't.
Wait till you hear what happens next.
Yikes.
He was awkward and said he just doesn't want to get married. He said men get screwed over in divorces all the time, and he just doesn't think marriage is important or a smart choice.
If you want to hear how this ends, make sure you follow FPM Stories so you don't miss the next one. Let me break this down. He avoided marriage for 7 years, never told her his real reason, and now wants to start having kids. The math is not mathing.
He's been sitting on this divorce fear the whole time.
Apparently.
So he's been going marriage is a scam for men for 7 years, and now he's shocked that she took him at his word? That's not a plot twist, that's just called consistency.
Ha. I'm screaming. She literally said, okay, no marriage, and he's acting like she's the one moving the goalposts.
You're not gonna believe the next part.
He said marriage is a financial trap for men. Okay, so she didn't trap him. She just believed him.
I said that's fine. We don't have to get married. I'm happy with our life as is. We just won't be buying a house together or having children together. We can each buy our own house and live in one, and rent out the other. If we aren't getting married, I don't want to really entangle our finances in any way.
Wait, her solution is actually genius. Separate houses, separate finances, dual rental properties. That's not punishment, that's a business plan. She's literally building an empire without him.
Right? Like, okay, you don't want to marry me? Cool. Now imagine never legally being tied to me in any way. He walked right into that one.
And then.
The irony is that her punishment plan actually protects him from the divorce lawyers he's so terrified of. Oof.
He blew up at me and said I'm punishing him for not waiting to marry him. I said I'm not, just that having children outside of marriage goes outside of my personal values.
Wait, did he really just call her boundary punishment? She literally said, she's happy without kids. She's not forcing anything on him. She's just saying, I'm not bending my values because you suddenly want something.
She's being incredibly reasonable actually.
But there's more context coming.
Here's the pattern I'm seeing. He never told her the real reason he doesn't want to marry, the divorce stuff. He just said marriage isn't important. So when she accepts that and moves on with her life accordingly, he's mad. But that's not her fault. He wasn't honest.
If you don't tell someone your deal breaker, you can't be mad when they believe you.
It gets worse. I also told him that since he's super against the idea of marriage, I am not going to marry him just for a shut-up ring, that he only gives me because he wants kids. I want him to actually want to marry me, and if not, that's okay. Children and marriage are off the table for us. If he wants kids now, he needs to leave me and find someone who will have kids for him without expecting any stability in return. And maybe I could find someone who wants to marry me, and maybe or maybe not have kids. I said all of this to him.
She said I'm not marrying you just to shut up and give you kids, which, let's be honest, is exactly what he's asking for. He wants a ring-shaped band-aid on a 7-year-old problem.
Haha. And she's actually like, nah, marriage should mean something to both of us. Like, read the room, my guy.
Ha. But here's the thing.
A ring that's only there because he wants kids isn't commitment, that's a transaction. And she's not interested in being a vending machine.
It's not even a line, it's a contract. She's basically saying, these are my values, you can take them or leave them.
She's really drawing a line here, and I respect it.
Okay, so get this.
Oh honey.
He's been very distressed and emotionally distraught. He has a disease that very much so limits his life expectancy. He has said that if he doesn't have kids ASAP, he probably shouldn't have them at all, because otherwise he wouldn't be able to see them into adulthood.
Okay, so the health thing changes the emotional weight here, I hear that. But he still hasn't addressed the core problem. He's been dodging this conversation for 7 years, and now he's in crisis mode expecting her to compromise her values.
The timeline is really the issue.
Exactly.
His health situation is genuinely hard, but it doesn't retroactively turn 7 years of avoidance into her responsibility to solve. She is not the asshole here. She set a boundary 7 years ago, he agreed to it, and now that it's inconvenient for him, he's upset. The health situation is sad and I genuinely feel for him, but that doesn't mean she has to compromise her core values on marriage just because his timeline got squeezed. He made choices.
Not the asshole. She's been clear, consistent, and fair. What gets me is how he's framing her boundary as punishment. It's not. It's just cause and effect. He said, I don't believe in marriage. She said, okay, then we won't do the things that require marriage. That's not mean, that's logic. And honestly, his health crisis doesn't give him the right to weaponize her into changing her mind. Follow FPM Stories. We post every single day. Drop your verdict in the comments.
Like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.